Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending upon where you live around the world. Yes, indeed, back at this series of videos. It's a bit redundant in a lot of ways, but I wanted to cover off and redraw this dome. I wanted to cover off some of the issues and developments, but as I said, I needed to redraw it because I found a tiny little glitch in one of the previous models, and rather than try and fudge it and make it all work, I just thought, hey, I said I was going to do a redraw, let's do it now. So I have. We've made some assumptions. The assumption is that we're going to have a 6 by 6 metre base upon which the dome will sit. We can draw the components of it and leave them alone for reference later on, meaning they are unadulterated in their current forms, and if we do want to do something, we know that we've got a fairly healthy or secure provenance or history for making any alterations. And I've made the reasons for that in the previous videos. We've got to the stage where we've made the decision to go 150 deep and 50mm wide. Haven't done the actual strut yet, but this is the line of the strut, or outline or shadow or silhouette of the strut itself. We've created a, what are we calling, a honeycomb structure that permits me to do those very things I've just said about doing the outlines or silhouettes of the struts themselves. And we've got the surfaces, which also will allow me to make some decisions, and especially the generating angles. The honeycomb and the surfaces are two very important features of doing this dome. I've also said that it's a graphics-based approach to drawing the dome, not a geometric or geometric, whatever. I said geological in one term, but geometric style. This is not it. It's a more of a graphic-based approach, based on a grid and some straight lines, and a couple of curved ones. And pretty straightforward. I can get to this stage if I was starting from scratch probably in about 20 minutes, so that's a good thing. So we'll carry on, and we'll carry on if you can excuse the occasional cough and clearing. I've got a bit of a tickly throat, so I apologise beforehand. So now we're at this stage. What do we do? Well, glad you asked. We replicate it all again. Oh, this is the method I'm showing. So I replicate this shape. Pretty easy to do. Just like that. And I can hide that because it will leave the bit that I've just replicated behind. And I can push-pull that 50mm. Just like that. And hide. So I've got that, and I've got that, and I move that across there. Now I'm going to repeat that because that can be a bit confusing. That's what was there. I made an outline copy of that, and I push-pulled it. Often when you group things, SketchUp won't know which one you are grouping. So if you look, I'll tell you what, I'll do it again. I'll do it again on this side. Line, and probably this time it won't work in that same way, but I'll just do an outline of that. And now, see, it's not selecting the bit I was just working on, it's selecting the grouped item. So I'm going to hide that. That was the bit I'd just been working on. And I'm going to push-pull it 50mm for the thickness of the strut that I'm choosing to use. Now I want to make this straddle this line, so I've got to unhide it. Whoops, sorry, but you won't know it's there. Here it is. How do I know? Well, these lines here aren't in blue, so therefore this is a different group. So I move it across. There we go. So it's sitting on the actual outline of the strut, which I've just created. Therefore, I've got a 100% identical representation of a strut, and it's now located exactly halfway on that. So that's a good thing. those two struts there, let's colour them, shall we? What colour will we go? Well, I like grey, because it could well be that it would be grey if I was going to paint them. So we'll just do that for just now. The brighter colours can play havoc with your eyes, so we'll just have this. More likely that you'd paint them white for the heat, but if it's not, you'd probably paint them a darker colour for your aesthetic choices. Yeah, and you could paint them whatever your colour you want, and some horrendous colours I've seen are shocking. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. So you can see how easy it is to create the struts. Let's do it once more. Outline. Hide. Push pull, 50mm. Turn that into a group. Unhide. I can then move this by selecting its midpoint across to the outline, which I unhid, and there I've got it. Now, this strut and this strut can be copied and rotated. For that, it's easier to put the honeycomb back in. Excuse the cough. Select my strut, put my rotating tool on there and direct it down the axes upon which I need to rotate it. I can come around to there, and I've got an exact copy moved round to here. So these two are identical. Obviously, I can get rid of the honeycomb for the moment, and we've got now 4 struts, of which we will colour as such. I'm going to make a layer, struts, shortened, and well, that'll do just now. And I can add those to the layers, to that layer. Add struts, shorten, and I can hide them or turn them on and off. Let's now make it easy for ourselves. We'll take this and we're going to make it a gearish colour, not too gear, but fairly bright. What can we make? Gold seems to work quite well. The issue is that when you start going in close to some colours, the eyeballs get affected. Well, they do on mine anyway, so yeah, it's not too bad. It just makes them stand out a little bit more, for no other reason. And then if we want to put our struts back in, they just stand out a little bit. And we go through the process of replicating the struts. You will find that that strut there and that strut there, or the outline, is identical. It's not orientated the same way, so you can't copy and paste it, although you possibly could. Not done that. I just create the struts independently because we've got the outlines there. So do one more and then we might make this a very short video and end it. So there. Yeah. Hide that because it's picking up the other thing that I don't want to move. So make this 50mm. Yeah. Group and hide. Did I say ungroup? Right. Move that. There we go. It's into its correct position. Give it a bit of colour. Oh, not that one. Let's not do that. Let's give it a bit of a colour by coming up here, getting the select tool. Oh, I can't do that. Come up now. Take the select tool. Ah, we are certainly having fun today. Ah, now we've got it. You had doubts that I knew what I was doing, didn't you? Me too. Right, So we've got that strut. I'm going to go through, not going to record me doing that. It's just too laborious for you to watch. And then we'll have all the struts for the dome, all of which can be switched on and off if they've been grouped and layered properly. So why didn't that one hide? Struts shortened. Let's have a quick look at that. Okay, so that's interesting. Outline's gone. Right. Put that back in. Now it's disappeared. It was selecting the wrong item, so that's why having layers reasonably early on in your drawings becomes a little bit advantageous. It's also very possible to have so much information there you lose sight of what you're manipulating, especially if, like in my previous model, you were developing for the videos the step-by-step iterations and showing you the development. So this is why I'm quite relaxed about starting again to create this particular model, because it will be a clean model without all those iterations getting in the way. So just saying, that sometimes happens. Well, it does with me. Okay, so that's it. Shortish video. Number 4, in the total redraw, it's titled like it is up here, Total Redraw July 2026. You can reference it if you want to come back to this. And if you're coming to this video weeks, months, or years ahead, you'll know where it's come from. And hey, if it helps the 2.5 people watching this particular modelling effort, that's great. Tongue in cheek, but I know this is a niche area of interest. So yeah, just as well I like doing this sort of stuff. Righty-ho. Well, that's the last one for just now. I'll make another one later on. I have to go out to the workshop to try and resolve an issue, and which is also part of the dome creation, believe it or not. But yeah, I'll come back and we'll carry on with this development. Rightio. See you in the next one now. Bye.